Welcome to Chemistry Tutorial 360. Today I will talk about, is chemistry hard to learn? Many students ask Google this question. Actually, chemistry is not a hard subject. To understand chemistry easily, you have to know the language of chemistry. Can you tell me what is the language of chemistry? Everyone, we have a language like English, French, right? But similarly, chemistry has its own language. The language of chemistry is called formula. You have to have knowledge about formula, how to write formula, right? Okay, to write formula you have to have knowledge about periodic table, right? There are 118 elements in the periodic table, right? You have to know the name of the elements, and you have to also know about the group and period of the periodic tables, right? But I will highly request you to memorize the elements from 1 to 36, right? And you have to memorize the atomic number, atomic mass, right? Symbol, right? Even you have to follow the oxidation state of these elements, because when we write the formula we can use oxidation state of the elements. Look at here. In case of writing aluminum chloride formula, the oxidation state of aluminum is 3 and the oxidation state of chlorine is -1. Just we have to use Criss-Cross method to write the formula, right? There is a difference between valency and oxidation state. Valency does not have plus or minus, but oxidation state has a element oxidation state has +1 or -1, right? However, when you are going to learn periodic table, many students face trouble in case of writing electronic configuration. Actually, if you want to learn chemistry, then you have to know how to do electronic configuration. Actually, to do electronic configuration is very easy, right? I have some videos, you can watch that videos, right? Okay. When you are reading your periodic table, I think you have to have knowledge about valency electrons, right? This valency electrons is very important because the valency electron is used in case of drawing Lewis structure. If you want to learn chemistry, then you have to be introduced with Lewis structure, right? Okay, so to draw the Lewis structure you have to have knowledge about valency electrons. Valency electron means the electrons that are that contains in the outermost shell of the elements, right? Actually, you also have to learn about atomic structure, right? Atomic structure. Okay, now you also have to learn about unit conversion, right? You have to learn dimensional analysis method or algebraic method to do unit conversion. I have some special video in this channel. You can watch 3 or 4 videos to learn unit conversion, right? And then you have to have knowledge about chemical calculation, right? If you want to do well in chemistry, in chemical calculation you have to have knowledge about mole and Avogadro's number 6.023 times 10 to the 23. Okay, now sometimes you have to know about some explanation, right? Like why fluorine is more electronegative than chlorine, right? And when you are learning this type of explanation, you have to use the periodic table. That is, you have to have the ability to use periodic table, right? I think you should hang a periodic table, hang on a periodic table before your reading table, so that you can easily look at that periodic table, and your brain is comfortable with that table. However, when you are going to learn chemistry, then organic chemistry will come before you, right? Okay. To to be skillful in organic chemistry, you have to know how to name hydrocarbon using IUPAC uh, rules, right? That is, you have to have knowledge about IUPAC nomenclature for alkane, alkene, alcohol, ether, etc., right? Okay. So without knowing the IUPAC nomenclature of organic chemistry, you will not be successful in chemistry, right? Okay. When you are going to read organic chemistry, you will you will be you will get some reactions of organic chemistry, right? And you have to write that reactions. Without writing reaction of organic chemistry, you can do well, right? Look at here methanol and here ethanoic acid. Here Ways will come from ethanoic acid and A's from ethanol, and we get ester, right? Here methyl ethanoate. So I am writing here, and also I am indicating which and A's. So you have to write everything, right? Okay. Chemistry means acid and base, right? So you have to have knowledge about acid and base concept, right? There are different kinds of theory on acid and bases of chemistry. Arrhenius theory, Protonic theory, right? Lewis concept of acid and base, hard acid and soft acid, or hard acid and soft base theory, like this. Pearson's rule, I mean. Then you have to be comfortable in case of balancing chemical reactions, right? That is, you have to have good knowledge. I have a special playlist in this channel. You can watch some of these videos to learn how to balance chemical reactions easily, right? So you have to know this. Okay. To learn chemistry easily, I will highly recommend you have to read every chapter of your book A to Z before going to your teacher or class, right? Even if you don't understand that chapter, right? So before starting your class related to chemistry, you have to read that particular chapter, right? A to Z. You have to read A to Z, because this type of reading will create an image about that chapter, and when your teacher will say something about that, then your brain will easily catch the principal point or basic point of that chapter. If you follow this type of advice, I hope, believe and expect that you will do well. You will do well in your chemistry exam, right? Actually, chemistry is not hard. You have to know the language of chemistry, like your mother tongue. So I will highly request you to learn the oxidation reduction reaction, then periodic table, then electronic configuration, learn clearly, right?